All right, so my name is Xander Cornaby, and this is,
Juan Gutierrez.
and he is my entrepreneur that I'm going to interview. So first of all, I wanted to thank you for
You're
taking
welcome.
the time to speak to me
You're welcome.
today. And we wanted to learn a little bit about your business.
Okay.
And so the first question I have is, can you tell me like what your business is, like what you do, like so everyone.
So we
kinda has an
have
understanding.
we're in the beauty business. So we have a hair salon, and also we have a retail store. We've had the salon since 1999, and encompasses all aspects of beauty. Plus we have retail as well.
Awesome. So how did your company start?
Well, I started doing hair because it was a passion of mine, and then when I met my wife, we decided to just open a business. So we were lucky enough to be able to work for ourselves and do it. And we've seen that it's an industry that has survived recession and everything. So it's been a really good adventure.
Awesome. So in class, we define opportunity space as industry, market, segment, or area where an entrepreneur can create new value by filling void caused by market imperfection.
Mm-hmm.
What is your opportunity space?
My opportunity space was offering higher end service and trying to get a niche on my industry.
Okay. So also in our entrepreneurship class, we talk about these 5 different types of values.
Okay.
The first value is the value of use. So what is like the customer satisfaction, the service like experience? How would you classify your value in use? Like high, medium, or low, and why?
Well, definitely high. Value, well, I feel like because it's an artistry form, I'm selling myself, so I'm basically the one that's putting the value in what I'm doing by just staying on top of it and trying to offer something different. But it's really, in this industry, you really sell yourself.
Okay.
And consistency with the service, I think.
Awesome. Okay, so our second value is value in exchange.
Mm-hmm.
This is defined as like the efficiency in the product or like service experience. So yeah, what is on the same using the same scale? What is your value in exchange?
I would say high.
High.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
Well, because we strive for that. We stay consistent, always trying to provide the best, sourcing out the best products and lines and things that we can get outside. So I think that brings value to the customer because we want that work for them. Is that?
Awesome. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay, so our next value is the value in distribution, or how available or accessible is your service.
Well, that we're working on because now with online, that's been a little bit tougher to actually do that. So I would say that's medium. We're trying, but that's been it's harder to reach people out because you have to pretty much do it through social media, and that's been kind of a challenge. But through the traditional market, we've done very well. But in the past 2 or 3 years, we've had to really focus on just more social media on a retail store and also in the salon.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
In class, we define financial performance by the value in finance. So, like, how are your financial numbers, like revenue, stuff like that?
It could always be better, but well, in the retail it's harder because you invest so much money in inventory. You have to turn it around so you have the money sitting there. So when things are great and we're selling, it's good. And the salon is different because we have a high overhead as far as like rent and mortgage and things like that, but the actual profit is pretty good because it's just me doing it. So we can mark it up however. We charge higher numbers because we provide a better service. But the numbers are good. We've been really lucky, but you have to work on that.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
So, our final value is the value in fitness. This is like how is your company is able to like grow and adapt and evolve and continue to like generate resources for the future. Like, how do you see your company's value in fitness?
Well, the salon, the beauty part of it is like getting people that are as passionate as you, and in my case, training them so they can kind of provide the service that my clients are used to, and trying to always get reach out for new customers. In retail, I'm not sure where we're gonna go with it. I feel like we have to go online to be more online to be able to expand and have more fitness that way. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Totally. So I just have a couple more questions. What are your resources to generate performance for your product? Like,
you mean like resources like advertising and stuff like that, or
like resources that like say like product like.
Okay, well,
like
we trying to get the best product, best consistency, source ethically, all that stuff. Also that we can, have the freedom to mark up and make profit on that. And quality. Sometimes we pay more for quality and it's going to be a higher end product, but people know value and quality when they see it.
Okay, so we define governance as the rules by which a company operates, structure, and directs its resources. What is your governance mechanism?
Well, we are a partnership with my wife and I, so we pretty much have decided, not as much now, but in the first few years, kind of have to run things. We establish our roles. She's more the marketer, this and that. I'm the one doing a lot of the service and training the people. So we work well as a team. Is that that's we kind of decided we're lucky enough to decide our own rules, but it has to go with what that business is doing at the time, in general.
Yeah. Awesome. And then finally, do you have any advice for future entrepreneurs?
In my business, the advice that I say is like you have to have the passion for what you do, and if you can stick it out, always keep learning, stay trained, and if you can stick it out the first 2 or 3 years, it's great. And hire smarter people than you.
Awesome. Well, that's all I have for today. So
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope that helps.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks.